Hey guys, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a full get ready with me for you for a date night, the makeup, hair, and outfit. So if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. So I'm starting out with my Aveeno Protect and Hydrate Facial Sunscreen and Moisturizer. And this is really good because I have super fair skin, so I want the protection on my face from the sun, but it also does a great job of moisturizing my skin without clogging my pores. So I definitely recommend this. I'm just spraying my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water all over my face. And I was struggling there for a second. And now I'm just using this L'Oreal brow gel. I think it's like the Brow Stylist Plumper in brunette. And I actually do this before I fill in my brows just to set them in place so it's easier to put the product, whether I'm using a pomade or powder, anything like that. It just goes ahead and sets them a little bit so it's easier to work with. And now I'm just filling in my brows with my Morphe eyebrow palette. And I pretty much just outline the bottom and the top a little bit and then fill it in. It's nothing too complicated, but if you want to see an in-depth video about how I fill in my brows, then just comment below. Then I'm just using this Milani eyeshadow primer, which is really good. It's like $4 from the drugstore, and it's comparable to the Urban Decay one, which is like $20. This is really good, and I'm just priming my eyelids and rubbing it in pretty well so everything will stick and set in place and won't crease. And I even put some under my eyes when I squirt out a little too much, just to help my concealer stay. And then I'm going to be going in just a second with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I'm going to be using the light orange shade at the top as a transition color. I'm just using a fluffy brush with that color and blending it out into the crease and a little bit above, and this is just a transition shade so everything will blend smoothly, especially when I start using dark colors on the lids. Now I'm just going in with this cream colored shade, and I'm going to pack it all over the lid with a flat brush. You don't need anything special, just any brush will work. And you'll see me start struggling because I hold the palette in front of the camera like an idiot because I was trying to use the mirror so I could see. So, excuse the struggles, y'all. And now I'm just going in with this reddish color shade with my Coastal Scents crease brush, and I'm just focusing it on the outer V and a little bit in the crease. And the key to any eyeshadow look is just blending. Like, no matter how bad it looks when you put it on there, as long as you keep blending, it will look better. After each new shade I add, I go back in with that light orange shade and blend everything out. But right here I'm using a matte brown shade from the palette and just deepening up the look in the crease. And see, on camera it looks crazy, but the more you blend, the better it looks. Like, in the end, it looks really good. Well, I think so. I'm just using this white shade and highlighting the brow bone. And now I'm just priming my face with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi primer. And I love this primer because it gives you just a nice, healthy looking glow. So if you really like glowy, fresh looks, you'll like this primer. And it's pretty affordable. And then I'm using my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick. And I'm just rubbing that all over my face, and then I'm going to blend it out with one of my blending brushes. I don't even know what brush that is. I think it's the Bestow one that I did a video on from Amazon. And I'm just buffing that into my skin on my face and neck. And this foundation is really good. It's super like moisturizing and pretty, and normally foundation sticks are drying and tug at your skin, but this one is just super creamy and blends into the skin really well, and it's pretty full coverage, but it doesn't make you look like a cake face, like you just load it up on the foundation. So I personally really like it. And then I was just not happy with my foundation, wow, my eyeshadow, so I took that blending brush and just added some more of that brown and red shade and then blended it out with that lighter color just to get it how I really wanted it. And see, a lot of YouTubers don't show this, but makeup isn't always perfect the first time around. Now I'm just using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral, which is the lightest shade. And I'm holding it there way too long. I think I was trying to get it to focus and it wouldn't. So I eventually gave up. But y'all are going to see my struggles because I'm not deleting it. And then I'm just putting that under my eyes and on my nose and chin and forehead just to kind of give a bright highlighted look. Which on most people it would be much brighter, but I'm super pale, so. And I'm just using my Real Technique sponge to blend that out. And I find that a sponge works best to blend out my under eye concealer. If not, I feel like it just like gets stripped away and my dark circles still show. And then I'm using my MAC Pro Emphasize powder to set that concealer. Now I'm just taking my Maybelline Better Skin powder and putting that all over my face to set the makeup. So now I'm just applying the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and this is my all-time favorite mascara. And as you can see, I did winged liner and in my lower lash line. And for the winged liner, I just used a L'Oreal liquid liner. I forgot the name of it. I'll try to link it down below. And then I used an Essence eyeliner for the bottom. And I was just struggling with it that day. Like, it took me 25 minutes to get it right. Like, I had to fix the wing. It just wasn't working. So I didn't include it in the video. But if you want a separate video on how to do that, just let me know. And I'll film one for you. Then I just used this old Revlon quad I had that has a really bright white eyeshadow to highlight the inner corner and brow bone. And now I'm just using this L'Oreal bronzer. I think it's Glam Bronze or something. I'll leave it down below. And the Benefit Dallas blush. Well, all their blushes, little box blushes, come with that little brush, and I find it really works well for bronzer. So I'm just putting that, you know, under my cheekbones, on my forehead, my nose, and a little on my neck, just to blend everything out. Then I'm using Milani's Luminoso blush on my cheeks, just to give me a little bit of a flush look. And I think this blush is super pretty. It's super affordable. Like, I want every color of of the line. And it just shows that not all the makeup you use has to be expensive. Like, drugstore makeup is just as good, if not better sometimes. Now for my favorite part, highlighting. I'm using the Lorac highlighter in Starlight, and I'm doing the tops of my cheekbones, the middle of my nose, um, right above my eyebrow, and then my chin. And these are the places where you highlight that you want to stand out in your face. And then contouring is what you kind of want to hide or make your face look smaller and skinnier. Then I just use this Rimmel Show Off liquid lipstick. I don't know exactly what it's called. I'll have to look it up, but in a pinky nudish shade that's really pretty. And this is the finished makeup look. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments down below. And now we will move on to my hair and outfit. So then I just moved to my room and blow dried my hair. So now I'm just brushing my hair out, smoothing everything out. And then I'm taking piece by piece of the top section of my hair with this L'Oreal Boost It spray and spraying the back, and then taking a teasing comb and just back combing my hair to give it more volume. And I just kept doing this around the whole top of my head to give it a good amount of volume, because I'm going to be doing like a half up, half down look. So then I'm just brushing it, getting everything smoothed out, and putting it in a ponytail. And I'm not perfect at hair, so don't be too hard on me. And then I'm doing the same thing, spraying it and back combing the ponytail, because I'm wrapping it in a bun, as you can see. And I wanted it to be a thick, big bun, so that gave it more volume. And then just use another ponytail holder to wrap it around and fluff the bun and pull out as much hair as you want. It can be as messy or as neat as you want. I'm just taking my Lumi wand and wrapping my hair around it and holding it for about 30 seconds. And then I just did that to the rest of my hair. So nothing too crazy, just brushing it and wrapping it around the wand and holding it so you get soft, loose curls. And then I just sprayed my hair and teased it a little and just styled it how I wanted it to, just to make it look more wavy, a little more natural. And you can you can do it with super tight curls. You could straighten it or do what I'm doing. It's just personal preference. And then I'm just kind of fluffing it out, and that's the finished hair look. And then, excuse my messy room, I got this dress from Sears, and I really love it because the tie at the top, that is super trendy right now. And I just really liked this outfit. I thought it was pretty flattering, not too clingy or anything. And then I'm wearing some gold hoop earrings and a few rings that I got. And yeah, that's the finished look. So if you like this video, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave me comments, and let me know if you want more fashion videos. Thanks.